Okay, hello and welcome back to Dragon Fist VR Kung Fu. Thought it was about time to do another devlog. Okay, before I begin, I've set up a Discord. There's not many people in it yet, but if you'd like to join, I'll put the link in the description and also on the Steam page in the Steam forum. Okay, so Lumpy's twin said, "Wow, beautiful scenery, blah blah blah." I've come to this comment before, but I just wanted to address hoping to see Ho Hua return. Now I said before that I probably wouldn't do her, but I realised I needed another character for the restaurant level, and she seemed a perfect fit. So this is what she looks like, sort of reimagined. She was inspired by a character from a film called Death Duel of Mantis, which I think's on YouTube somewhere if you want to watch it. And I quite liked it because she was like the daughter of a restaurant owner, and she was constantly being harassed by men. So she was constantly beating them up with her mantis style, which was very cool. But she looks a bit different to how she did in Dragon Fist 3. But I wanted to get a different colour. The previous character was blue, and there's a few blue characters already in the game. So here she is. Okay, but so generally, here's all the characters in the game, except one. I've still got one to do that I intend to be like a posh British guy. I was thinking like Sherlock Holmes in the Robert Downey Jr. films, but occasionally in Kung Fu films you'll get a bad guy who's a British guy, so I thought that might be a fun one to add. Also, it doesn't have the boss characters in here. There's 3 bosses as well. I'll probably make it so that you can play as them, but it won't be by default. You'll unlock them. Okay, so yeah, I'll put up some photos and pictures of these characters a bit later. Some of these names are greyed out. That means I haven't done the special moves for them yet, but you'll see I've done most of the special moves now to an extent. That they could do with a bit of tweaking, a bit of tidying up. Same with the characters. They're modelled, but there's a few things that I intend to improve on them. With the levels, I've made all of the levels except the final boss level, which is sort of half done. So it's getting there. Okay. So other comments. We said, will this be on Oculus Quest? Initially, at least, it will be on Steam. So whether it will be on other platforms later, that might depend on how things go. But you can use your Oculus Quest with your Steam, with your link cable, I think it's called. But yeah, I've got a friend with an Oculus Quest, and he's tested it, and it works fine on that with the cable. Okay, Shaolin versus Wu-Tang, beat me to it, lol. I just wanted to give a shout out to Shaolin versus Wu-Tang. It's another Kung Fu game on Steam. It's not VR. It's a bit like Dragon Fist in that it's a 1v1 fighter with inspired by similar characters. So check that out. Okay, Derek Fisher, bruh. Games like this is why I love VR so much. They even had a nod to Master of the Flying Guillotine in there. Check it out. I cannot wait for this to come out. Okay, so I put that on there because I thought it would be a good time to talk about some of the special moves. The one he's referring to belongs to Officer Liu. So if I select him and then I go to the practice room, which looks very similar to this one. Okay, so basically this one, you get into your pose, you press the button, and then it is in your hand. So I made this just because I watched the film. It wasn't Master of the Flying Guillotine I'd watched. It was the earlier The Flying Guillotine, which I recommend. And I thought it was a great film. I liked it. It was unusual in a kung fu film in that it's from the bad guy's point of view, and them sort of questioning whether, they started off thinking they were patriots and the good guys, but then after some questionable actions and people on their own team getting killed by the flying guillotine, yeah, so it had lots of, so it was a bit more morally grey than your average kung fu film. And, you know, I thought, you know, it'd be fun to try and to model one of these things. So I have done it. But before I say anything, you can't actually decapitate anyone in this game. I think that's a bit more violent than the sort of tone I was going to. So this is basically like a guided frisbee weapon. So if I check it, you see it will come and hit him from various angles. And what's useful about this is you can use it to sort of knock them into you. So if you get around behind, maybe. Try again. I can't quite get him to come towards me, but this will depend on how he moves. I'll try and throw it over his head. There we go. Right, one more. There you go. So it knocked him into me, and I can hit him back. So when this is thrown at you, it's quite a terrifying thing. It's very distracting. You start looking around. They're still attacking you, but you've got this flying blades of death to worry about, which is quite fun. Okay, so I'll maybe look at another special move. Okay, so there's another projectile move from Master Chun, who is another returning character. He's from Dragon Fist 2. So basically he's got a chi ball move. I spent quite a while on this move alone, so I thought it'd be fun to share. So you get into the pose, and then you get this thing, this ball forming. Now if you circle the hands, it forms quicker, and then you kind of hit it like a volleyball. So I'm going to make it unblockable so that you'll have to dodge it, but at the moment the arm's still blocked out. There you go. So the fun thing with this is you can knock it about, and also the harder you hit it, the faster it goes. But I'll try again. But yeah, obviously if you hit it harder, it's harder to be accurate with it. But yeah, it's quite a fun move. So as I say, it's because it takes a bit of a while to generate, I'm going to make it into a more powerful projectile than, say, the ninja stars. Okay, speaking of which, if I put this ninja here, buttons are a bit high up at the moment. I'm aware that not everyone's going to be my height, but that's another thing on the to-do list. So the ninja star, I haven't done the grip properly yet, but I will do. I was quite pleased with the sound effect on this. See, what happened there is that he hit the leave the level button, but never mind. Obviously, it was time to leave. Okay, so here I've got all the various stages. So I've unlocked them all at the moment. So basically, you'll progress through the level by beating different people. You see they've got stars next to them. So basically, you get 3 lives. If you beat them and have all 3 lives intact, then you get 3 stars. But if you have 1 life, you have 1 star. So you don't need to 3-star everyone to get your way through. But it also means it's not so linear, so you don't have to keep fighting the same person because they keep beating you. You can do a few and then come back to one at a later stage. Okay, let me go back to the notice board. Okay, so Duquesne says, "Man, every new video update just increases my interest into the stratosphere. I'm just so thankful there's someone like you out there creating a game like this." So thank you, Duquesne. That kind of comment really spurs me on, helps my confidence. I might have missed it, so this might already be on your list, already in the game, but do you plan on adding a Wing Chun dummy for a training level? That would be pretty cool. Well, since you've posted that comment, I have. But rather than the training, well, you could think of it as training, but I think of it more as a mini game. So in the Creed Rise, what was it called? Creed Rise to Glory. There was lots of boxing mini games that I thought were, they were good fun. So here's maybe a kung fu equivalent. It's not quite as complicated as I understand the actual Wing Chun dummy to be, but it's just kind of a bit of fun, really. It makes you feel like you're Donnie Yen in Ip Man a bit. You can see it just basically hitting the targets as they come up. You have to use the right hit for the right one. There you go, I did it in 39.29 seconds. So when you have a go, you can see if you can beat that time. Maybe I'll have a leaderboard for that. I might add in some more mini games. I've got in the bamboo forest, I've got some targets, so it might be a fun knife throwing mini game. But as for other things, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I quite like the idea of a kind of Beat Saber thing, like smashing bricks as they come at you, but maybe that doesn't fit. I'm not sure. Okay, so thank you all. I think that's all for now. Let me know if you've got any comments. As I say, go to the Discord, if also Facebook, and subscribe to my YouTube channel for more updates. Make sure you wishlist the game on Steam. I'm hoping it'll be out in a matter of months. I'm kind of hoping in a couple of months, but I don't like to promise any time too firmly at this stage. But the game is getting there. Okay, thanks all. Bye for now.